Okay, good morning, everyone. So you could see that this reminds me of a story when I was in Leningrad studying Russian, and everyone was sitting in the subway. That's even better. The Mannacht in der U-Bahn. And I was sitting in the subway, you know, the subways in the Soviet Union were not really the funniest places. And just sitting there, and suddenly everybody broke into laughter because of the malfunction that happened with the system. It was a recording, probably a cassette. Instead of saying "Осторожно, двери закрываются, следующая остановка, Ленинский проспект," it said "Осторожно, двери закрываются, следующая остановка, Ленинский проспект." So we had a bursting of laughter in the subway in Leningrad back in 1990 as well. So we just saw the video, for those of you who are in the room, Lachen in der U-Bahn. And it's proof that laughter is really universal and that it's contagious, and that just hearing others laugh, if it doesn't make us laugh, at least it makes us smile. So I'm Dimitris, and I'm here to encourage us to laugh together today, or at least to smile together in one language or another. And I've done some little bit of research on humor, and one of the most common things in humor is the in-group and the out-group, us and them. And some scholars have looked at this in the case of Spain, for example, talking about Catalan humor, separating them from the rest of the Spaniards. Luisa Martinez Garcia, in particular, has done an analysis on television shows in Catalonia and Catalan identity. And more recently, a study has also been done in Latvia by the university in Riga. And then this report was passed over to NATO. And it was about how comedians in Russia are belittling the West and creating distrust of Western systems of government and so forth. So there are the sources there as well, if you wanted to look at the scholarly reports on this subject. And also there's Tim Sharp, a psychologist. He has an institute in Australia. He calls himself the Chief Happiness Officer at the Happiness Institute. And he says that there's no doubt that a sense of humor correlates to better health and happiness. So we might as well laugh. I don't know how many people are on the talk right now on being polite in another language, but we have here the idea of trying to be funny in another language. So we can always look at the YouTube video of the other, whichever we missed. And Tim says that it applies especially if you're in dire straits, that you really need to have humor, a sense of humor to get by, to get through the hardest parts of life. And humor in different languages and cultures can be difficult because things could easily be misunderstood, or just fall flat, or just not be funny, or be offensive, and so on. So you have to be really careful with that area. And today, one of the things that we find is self-deprecating humor is one way to transcend languages. This is me when I had more hair and when I spoke fewer languages. This is my Facebook profile picture still up till this day. And the right dose of deprecating humor is also important, because if you overdo it, it's been shown that it can also hinder business. So you have to try to find the right balance. This presentation is geared toward the punny side of humor, so you might find it a little bit childish in some regards, but I do touch on a few other aspects as well of humor, and I hope you'll find it in the end helpful. So you can see here the different languages that will be used today in the presentation. Il y a combien qui parlent français? Il y a la plupart qui parlent français. Il y a quelqu'un qui a porté quelqu'un à partager avec nous? Rien? Alors, c'est l'histoire du petit déjeuner, vous le connaissez? Non? Pas de bol. C'est l'histoire de l'unique décapité? Une histoire sans queue ni tête. Une pomme est rouge, jaune et vert. Mais comment l'appelle-t-on? on l'appelle avec un couteau. Que disent deux chats quand ils sont amoureux? On est fait l'un pour l'autre. Que demande un douanier à un cochon qui passe la frontière? Voilà, exactement. Did anyone bring anything to add in English?
What's brown and sticky?
Brown stick.
Well, a stick, yeah.
What do you call a deer? Sorry, what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea.
What do you call a deer with no eyes and no legs?
Still no idea.
How do you organize a party in outer space?
You plan it.
Right. Here is one you can use, 11 of the 12 months of the year. Maybes don't fly in June. Choose your month, of course, as long as it's not in May. The next two confound Google Translate. Time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like bananas.
These come from Groucho Marx.
Groucho Marx, thanks. Can February, March? No, but April, May. Where do you drown a hipster? In the main street. What did the fish say when it ran into a wall? Damn. Can you tell the difference between a chemist and a plumber? How can you tell the difference between a chemist and a plumber? When you show them this word. Ask them to pronounce this word. The people with scientific backgrounds would say unionized, and those who are wanting to be protected by labor rights would be unionized. Have you heard about that new band called the 1023 megabytes? They haven't had any gigs yet. C, E flat. Yes, I'm going too fast. Grazie, sorry about that. C, E flat, and G walk into a bar, and the bartender says, "Sorry, no minors." If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the precipitate. A linguistics professor says during a lecture, in English, a double negative forms a positive. But in some language, such as Russian, a double negative is still a negative. I don't want nothing. Я не хочу, я ничего не хочу. We don't need nothing. Нам не нужно ничего. However, in no language, the professor says, can a double positive form a negative. But then a voice from the back of the room says, yeah, right.
This is not true, actually. In French, you can say t'inquiète. It means ne t'inquiète. In French, you can say, in order to say don't worry, the complete form would be ne t'inquiète pas. In French, often you can drop either the first or the second negation, so either ne or pas. But in this particular expression, people says t'inquiète pas, and then they even drop the pas. So they say t'inquiète, and means don't worry, but they say worry. So double, so positive actually is negative.
That's a simple positive, not a double positive.
People make fun of the whole rule about in English with the preposition at the end rule. So here you go, making sure not to put one at the end. That becomes a joke in itself. This is the sort of English up with which I will not put.
There's a similar one. How can you tell that the person with indigestion is an English teacher? She goes around saying, up I hick, up I hick.
And have you heard this one before? Are you working hard or hardly working? Allora, qualcuno porta qualcosa in italiano per noi questa volta? Iniziamo. No? No? Ok, vabbè, continuiamo allora. Che cosa fa un pittore al Polo Nord? Infatti ho dimenticato quante persone parlano italiano nella sala. Allora, la maggioranza. Un affresco. Poi, come si chiama l'ape che non fa miele, ma fa cioccolato? Bravo, la perugina. Il piano può suonare piano piano, ma la tromba non può suonare tromba tromba.
Lei suona il piano. No, lei suona il piano e lui la tromba. Trombare in Italian means to fuck.
Due signore vanno a fare un'escursione in Sudafrica. Quando ad un tratto incontrano un leone e cercano di fargli una foto, ma la macchina fotografica non funziona. Così uno dei due esclama "cilecca" e l'altro risponde "altro che cilecca, ci morde". Mamma mia. Nederlands. Mensen die wel Nederlands praten, hoeveel mensen kan Nederlands praten? Niet te veel. Oké, het spijt me voor dat. Woordspellen en grappen in het Nederlandse taal. Op nummer 54 woont Batman. Op nummer 55 woont Superman. Op nummer 57 woont Spiderman. Wie woont op nummer 56? Alsjeblieft. Boerman. Boerman in Nederlands is neighbor in Engels. So if you could catch that. Wat is de overkomst tussen je billen in de woestijn? Cactussen? Ja, dat is niet zo goed, hè? Wat is groen en het spioneert? En spionazie. Ja, niet goed, hè? Het is oranje en het valt er nog al. En misschien een appel. Ja. Mensen in de zaal die wil iets praten met ons en iets grappig in Nederlands? Ja.
Misschien heb ik niet verstaan.
Heel slecht Nederlands. Maar het varken heeft pijn aan zijn ogen. Kunnen we naar de Specsavers? Ελληνικά, ποιοι μιλάνε ελληνικά? Λοιπόν, είναι δύο που μιλάνε ελληνικά. Αν θέλετε να μοιραστούμε κάτι στα ελληνικά.
Τι έκανε η ποντιακή κλέφτρα πριν ληστέψει την τράπεζα? Πήρε αντισυλληπιτήριο για να μην τη συλλάβουν. Και τι έκαναν οι δύο πόντιοι? Ένας είχε ραδιόφωνο πάνω στο στήθος του, άλλος πάνω στο κόλο του. Ο ένας ήθελε να ακούσει βυζαντινή μουσική, ο άλλος κλασική.
Πω. Λοιπόν, ένας Ιταλός τουρίστας σε ένα νησί συγκρούμε ένα γέρο με το ποδήλατο. Ο γέρος αρχίζει να φωνάζει με πόνο. Σταματάει ο Ιταλός και λέει στο γέρο «Σκούζι, σκούζι». Και η γυναίκα του γέρου λέει «Μα βέβαια σκούζι, αφού τον πάτησες». So scusare in Italian, of course, to excuse, but scusi, scuso in Greek would be to cry out with emotion, like with pain in this case. Τι ζει στη τζούγκλα και παίζει τυχερά παιχνίδια? Ο προπόδιλος. Ποιο είναι το ζώο που ζει στους πάγους? Είναι πολύ γρήγορα. Να πάω πιο αργά. Λοιπόν, ποιο είναι το ζώο που ζει στους πάγους και αν ζητάς λεφτά, σου στέλνει στο διάβολο? Ο τσιγκουίνος. Τι ζητάει ένας χαπάκιας σε ένα McDonald's? Το Happy Meal του. Τι σχέση έχει ο ροζ πάντηρας με το τυρί? Anyone know what is tiri? Who doesn't speak that much Greek? You know tiri? Maybe tourist Greek. Tiri is the cheese. It's cheese, tiri. Well, What would be the relationship between the Pink Panther and cheese? Tiri, tirin, 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 tirin. En español tenemos... ¿Cuántas personas pueden hablar en español? ¿Y hay alguien que quiere compartir algo con nosotros en español? ¿Una broma o algo, no? ¿Nada? Tengo un poco. Una mujer llega al hospital al punto de dar a luz. El ginecólogo le dice, tranquila, el bebé nacerá sin dificultad, pero si quiere le pongo anestesia para que no tenga dolores. Mejor no, doctor. Mi marido y yo ya hemos pensado llamarla Anastasia. Oiga, ¿el doctor mata? Sí, señor. ¿Qué desea? Anular la visita. Ayer me compré un reloj. ¿Qué marca? Pues la hora. Zhongwen, 有没有人都会说中国话？有一些人，这是很有意思。Learning to shout in Chinese, it's not always 普遍。In 普遍 Chinese humor is a way to make people shout, and they 平时 feel that humor is not acceptable in formal settings. Jokes can 往往迷路 in 翻译。The main 挑战 is that most jokes contain key cultural references that simply cannot be translated effectively. Xifang humor often features a twist that makes a joke funny, while Chinese 幽默 has more to do with the various meanings of words. Have you heard about these cold jokes in Chinese? It's one of the more typical ways of being funny in Chinese. Is they're called 冷笑话, which have their name because people, when they hear them, they're likely to shiver instead of to shout. Since the joke is so 可怕. Here's an example. There was a hide and seek joba near my high school. The zhongtong still hasn't been found. The audience may also 制造 remarks such as 好冷 or 我感到一阵凉风吹过. 太快了吧？不好意思。风势 in Chinese is also used. Here would be an example if you're waiting too long for a meal and you finally see the waiter and you say, I've been waiting for an hour for the dinner. Your service is 绝对良好. In China, there are also jokes about 富二代 people whose parents are extremely wealthy. This is also being used in Russia today with the gap of the extreme rich and the rest of the people. Here's an example here. Dad, I have a problem. I just came to Germany and I can't seem to fit in. I'm the only one driving a Mercedes-Benz to class. And my classmates take the 火车. And the father says, okay, I've just transferred 500元欧元 to your account. 就是去买火车. Just go buy a train with the money I transferred. Humor in this tao is not meant to elicit xiao, but to lead to serious discussions about this gap in society, the nouveau riche and the rest of the people. Here's one. Here's a wordplay example, the whole thing in Chinese. So, 你的妈妈是谁? 你的妈妈是花. 为什么? 因为花生米. 你的爸爸呢? 你的爸爸是海. 为什么? 因为海上花. So what we have here is we have peanut happens to be called 花生米 in Chinese. So flour gives birth to rice, shall we say literally, character per character. So this would be the joke on saying, who is the mother of rice? So we see here. And then you see, how about their father? And then it goes to a film from 1998 as a joke. And that joke here is, this is the film, 海上花. So this is an example how you have to know all these things about the film. And this would be a kind of illicit joke in that way as well. saying 海上话, so it's a play on words. 有没有人的会说中国的会要说什么？一种笑，为了我们？没有。Português. Muitas pessoas na aula falam português. Umas pessoas. Vamos lá agora. Como é o nome do carro que mostra que vai chover? Seta preto. Seta preto. Tem alguém que gostaria adjuntar alguma coisa em português agora? Não? Tem uma mais. Qual é o doce preferido do átomo? Pedomoléculas. Tem alguém que tem comido isso? Esse prato? Não? Tem a receita? Podemos provar mais tarde. Deutsch. Wie viele Menschen kommen aus Deutschland? Wie viele aus Österreich? Und die deutsche Sprache in Schweiz? In der Schweiz? Nein? Ein bisschen, okay. Und wie viele Leute sprechen Deutsch? Sehr gut. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich wirklich lustig auf Deutsch sein kann, aber vielleicht kann ich Deutsch gegenüber lustig sein. You know, Thomas Witch, he said, generally find a joke funny if it's relevant and not too offensive. We perceive linguistic or visual constructs as funny if they lead to certain associations with our own lives or personalities while not triggering any other stronger emotions. So, might touch on some of your sensibilities here, but what I'm about to show you on YouTube brought some serious reactions from native German speakers.
Avion.
Aeroplane.
Aero.
Avion.
Flugzeug.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Sorpresa.
Sorpresa.
Überraschung.
Papillon.
Butterfly.
Farfalla.
Mariposa.
Schmetterling.
Stilo.
Pen.
Penna.
Plume.
Kugelschreiber.
Marguerite.
Daisy.
Margarita.
Margarita.
Gänseblümchen.
Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Ambulanza.
Ambulancia.
Krankenwagen.
Science.
Science.
Scienza.
Ciencia.
Naturwissenschaften.
Hippo.
Okay. Jemand, die Deutsch sprechen, möchte gern sprechen? Oder, ja, bitte.
Wie viele Deutsche braucht man, um eine Birne zu wechseln? Nur einen. Wir sind effizient und haben keinen Humor.
Leider brauchen wir noch ein paar, um die Formulare auszufüllen dazu. In was für einem Haus wohnt eine Katze? Genau. Es war im Sommer, wir haben uns kennengelernt. Es war Liebe. Aus Spaß wurde Ernst. Ernst ist jetzt 4 Jahre alt.
Ja.
Was lebt am Strand und spricht undeutlich? Eine Nuschel.
A good example of ambiguity, take the sentence, den armen Vögeln helfen, and change the capitals to see why it changes the meaning. So you to explain, it can either means to help the poor birds or to help the poor people to fuck.
Ja. Stell dir vor, du gehst in dir und keiner ist da.
In Süddeutschland wird Schwäbisch gesprochen, aber wenig Leute wissen, dass Schwäbisch viel mit Chinesisch zu tun hat. Und jetzt möchte ich fragen, wie heißt eine Minirock auf Schwäbisch? Ein wenig zu eng. Ein wenig zu eng. Und jetzt, wie heißt es, ein Dieb auf Schwäbisch, Chinesisch? Langfing, jetzt Polizist. Ja, und jetzt, Langfing für die nicht gehört haben. Und jetzt der Polizeihund. Perfekt.
Jemand? Ja.
Warum gehen Ameisen nicht in die Kirche? Weil sie Insekten sind.
Ja, jemand, bitte. Was bedeutet I don't know und Bitch? Ich weiß nicht, Schlampe. Ja, dann frage ich jemand anders, wenn du so nett bist. America first. Ja, and Germany first. So, erste Steckdose selbst montiert. Wir brauchen schon einen Elektriker. Norsk. Masse folk som prater norsk. Ikke så mye. Har du hørt allerede fra Ylves? Ja. Det er veldig interessant, for det kan forstås fra masse folk som prater ikke norsk også. Det er ingen stort problem. For eksempel, jeg har den her som det beklager, det er bare en reklame for noen sekunder. Vi må vente på. Og nå har vi den her.
Hei, og velkommen til DNBs automatiske kunderådgiver.
Hei.
Vänligst välj språk. Svenska. Vär vänlig och uppge ditt namn.
Sofia Lindegren.
Sofia Lindegren.
Lindgren, inget E.
Sofia Lindegren, inget E.
Nej. Sofia Lindgren.
Sofia Lindegren har för många bokstäver. Vär vänlig och uppge ditt namn. 10 bokstäver.
Sofia Lindegren.
Hej Sofia Lindegren. For å kunne gi deg lån i fremtiden trenger vi å bygge en profil. Fortell oss litt om deg selv i korte setninger.
Jeg er 26 år gammel, student, studerer historie.
Velkommen hit til... Velkommen... Vi opplever for tiden litt tekniske problemer. Vennligst hjelp til å restarte maskin ved å lukke og åpne døren hardt. Vennligst smell litt hardere. Takk. Hva kan jeg hjelpe deg med i dag?
Jeg trenger litt hjelp til å vite hvor langt jeg kan gå i en budrunde.
Ønsker du å legge inn bud på halvpart av tomannsbolig?
Nei.
Ja, registrert. Bud lagt inn. Et øyeblikk. Gratulerer. Boligen er nå din.
Jeg skal ikke legge inn
bud. Har fått tilslag.
Dette er feil leilighet.
Vi beklager at du har kjøpt feil leilighet. Ønsker du å snakke med en annen kundebehandler? Si ja.
Ja.
Hei. Jeg er en helt annen kundebehandler. Hva kan jeg hjelpe deg med?
Jeg har med meg arbeidskontrakten.
Ja, det er bra. Jeg tar på brillene mine for å sjekke.
Ja.
Det ser veldig bra ut. En øyenblink.
Sånn.
En øyenblink.
Sånn.
Jeg mener ikke at du skal blinke med øyet. Jeg mener at du skal vente litt.
Unnskyld.
Jeg har tenkt å søke boliglån.
Hvor fort ønsker du dette lånet?
Så fort som mulig.
Så fort som mulig. Et øyeblikk skal vi se hva vi kan fikse. Lån blir utbetalt med en gang. Ha en fin dag videre, og lykke til på boligen. Vi er veldig opptatt av vår kundetilfredshet. På en skala fra 0, som er veldig dårlig, til 10, som er veldig bra. Hvordan vil du rangere denne kundetjenesten?
0.
6. Registrer.
0.
6. Registrer.
0.
6. Registrer.
0.
10. Registrer. Tusen takk.
Det er veldig interessant, fordi det fungerer på norsk, det fungerer også på dansk. Det er murer. Det er en betydning som jeg finner så interessant med struktur til norske, men også kan vi høre det, vær så snill, på dansk.
Mur.
Those who don't speak these languages, Norwegian or Danish, do you understand what's happening here? So you have a bricklayer who can build walls, and you have the very same word. It appears to be repeated 3 times, but it doesn't function in Swedish, unfortunately. Inte sant. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. Tusen takk. På norsk det er også interessant, fordi det er dårlig vær. Så det er vant i Norge å bruke vær som en sånn kontakt med folk. Du kan bruke vær ofte for å ha litt humor. Nei, du får ny vær. Glad for at vi ikke er på fjellet i dette uværet. Can you imagine? We're so happy that we didn't go. We should be glad we didn't go to the mountains on a day like this with such bad weather. Er det noen som vil bruke norsk eller dansk for å fortelle litt? En sort spøk?
There's this trend now with memes in Danish, because the word for seagull, moe, is that combination of letters is used in so many words. So now it's like a pun where you have like someone calls, and then there's a picture of a call center guy, and it's like, hello, you've called the bird veterinarian. This is Moens, so it's the name, but this seagull is part of the name, and there's like tons and tons of them, and some of them are really inventive. You see Mo everywhere, and it's like, you know, some of them are like thought a little bit. There's a different vowel, but you can still hear that seagull is kind of, it sounds a little bit like saying seagull. So yeah, it's like, there's a flock of seagull, and the lead one is named something seagull. Yeah, they're really inventive, but unfortunately I don't have any concrete examples beside the first one.
For det. Svenska. Er det noen som prater svenska? Som vil du gjerne prate svenska litt? Var det spøk på svenska? Er det spøk også? Spöke.
Jag har nog inga spöken, men jag har 2 skämt. Eller 3 faktiskt. Okej, vad kallar man fågelgodis med ett annat ord? Örngott. Örngott is the name for a pillowcase, but it also consists of the 2 words for eagle and candy. So it sounds very funny. Vad händer om man sväljer en linjal? What happens if you swallow a ruler? Man blir mätt. Which animal, vilket djur går sämst? Gorilla.
Väldigt bra. Tusen tack så mycket. What happens if you swallow a ruler? You become full. Your belly's full. It's hard to. You want to translate the last one? Yeah.
So met, the word for full, also means to measure. So you get measured and you get full at the same time. Aha. And the gorilla, so the word for to walk in Swedish is går. And illa means badly, so gorilla obviously går illa, walks badly. Yeah.
Det var inte illa. På vilken plats på jorden kan man aldrig ha fall? Fel. Ja, tack. Eiffeltornet. So fail in the middle is in the Eiffel Tower. You can't be wrong. Vilken ryss hade namnsdag för ett dygn sedan? Igår. Det fungerar också på norsk, också på dansk. So which Russian? The name, because if you go back to this one here, yeah, okay. So which Russian had the name day the day ago? Because Igor means yesterday, Igor. So that's a play on the name Igor for yesterday, and it works in all three languages. Русский язык. Сколько людей здесь говорит русский язык? Вот очень много. У вас есть что-нибудь по-русски сейчас? Вы хотите? Нет? Нет? У меня не очень много русский язык. Я говорю плохо русский язык. Ну и гаджеты. Человек, который слушает. Чё? Какой гаджеты? И это очень интересно. Без слов. Много языков любят шутить о кошках. Например, здесь. Вот ты пидор. Y ya en la aula, gente que para catalán, ya molt poc. No se ha de confondre. Vi bo que bo vi, mort de pena que pena de mort, un pessic de pain que pas de pessic. Un pessic, un pedazo, pan de pessic es eso. Eso en la foto. Pan de pesic. Bon vie, mais vie bon. La buena vida, ¿no? Vie bon, que bon vie. No, bon vie el animal. Bon vie. ¿No? Bon, en catalán hi ha també molta gent que parla ràpidament i sembla en altre idioma. Per exemple, elàstics blaus mulats fantàstic, en quin tinter te tinta un ton, en què se compra pa un bon cheval a punt de soir, les carxofes de palop quan volen fan xop-xop. En grec també hi ha exemples que sembla altre idioma. Rica en ibita. Què se vol? Esperanto. En Esperanto... Sí, Esperanto? Esperanto? Ok. ¿Habes en Esperanto? ¿Sí?
Kiel la girafo neniam estas sola?
I anagramo, agramano, magraano, ranga amo. Dankon Luke, me forgesis kil manji. Chu. Dankon gara. Chu. Me forgesis kil manji. Chu. Chu. In Angla. Chu.
La plej bona duobla senso en Esperanto. Tio mi prezentis ankaŭ en la pasintiare pri vortludoj, kaj kiu estas la rilato inter vico en aŭtoŝoseo kaj porseksuma aerpupo. So, which is a relationship between a long queue in the autobahn and an inflatable, how do you say? Porseksuma aerpupo? Sexy doll, yeah, sex doll. So la respondo estas trafika informo, ĉar informo pri trafiko kaj ankaŭ ina formo por trafiki. So the answer is trafika informo, so information about traffic, so long queue in the autobahn, and trafika means to fuck through, and informo means female shape.
Es plezuro renkonti vin. Okay, conclusions. Perfect timing. Gelun, vivodi, simperasmata, Schlussfolgerungen. Mamma mia. In geval van nodig, well, it's nice to understand humor. It's not easy to understand humor in other languages. It's a worthwhile endeavor to pursue humor as an engaging way to motivate yourself in your language learning and with your goals. And you can use it to get yourself out of stressful situations and to change people's moods. And sometimes you'll find a moment where you really want to be funny in a foreign language. And using something in your surroundings as a prop is definitely something that can become helpful. I'll give you an example. In my case, I was in Madrid and I wanted to use the gym. And I was waiting in line and the man was really being completely crazy in front of me in the queue. He was losing his temper, making the agent cry at the desk. And so when I was waiting, I was thinking, what should I do? Because I don't want to deal with this crying woman. So I looked around, I saw this silly poster, and I said to her, when it was my turn, I went up to her and I said, tengo que tener puesto eso para hacer ejercicios aquí. And she started to laugh, and she started to forget the last customer that was in front and move on with better mood. So it makes us more humane when we can use humor and we can be less transactional. So that's something that's very nice, nice touch when you can add some humor. And I find that using a prop around me that might be funny in its own, if you can put it into context, could help. So dankon, dakulyam.